You took a look at my past games made on Roblox. No secret that I've tried my hand at being a popular game developer. So today, we're going to go through some of those games I made in my attempt to be a popular game developer in the style of Toasted Cherries. If you guys enjoy. This game, Survive the Water, was made in inspiration of the Survive the Flood games from 2012 to 2015, which still exists now in a much better made fashion. Now, this game is very much unfinished, and you're going to notice that theme throughout a lot of the games that I'm playing. The first thing I noticed was the watermelon stand was completely glitched. There were crafting stands that you could purchase something from, but I'm not sure how you'd get the coins. A pyramid, which is most likely an inspiration from the map in these exact games. And the machine, which when I walked up to it, killed me for some reason. Then I realized that the terrain was a meme from very old Roblox called Blame John, in reference to John Shedletsky, an admin of the game. Then at the end I noticed the water, which is something that I definitely should have finished. This game is called the TBC Hangout in reference to Roblox's old membership called Turbo Builders Club, the second highest form of Builders Club that you could get. For this game, as it is in the background, I want to tell you a little story about it. In 2015, my mother bought me Turbo Builders Club. Instantly, I felt like the coolest person on Roblox, so I instantly made a Hangout game for all people TBC and made it Builders Club only. This game was only for Turbo Builders Club, and it had many features like hats that when you touched, you could wear them, pools, and just areas to hang out, and a stage even. If you're wondering why the terrain is weird, it's because Roblox used to have a stamper tool in which you could use their terrain known as voxel terrain. Now, voxel terrain no longer exists because Roblox has completely taken it out of the game and converted it all to smooth terrain. So here's a little representation of what voxel terrain does currently look like. The next game we're going to be exploring is called Kobe Merch Obby, and it's under a group named Kobe Merch with 800 members. But I assure you, at one point, I owned this group, and the reason I put this in here is because I have a story on how I lost 800 member group to a scammer. So in 2016, I realized that this group had no owner, and I jumped at the opportunity to claim it. At this time, it had around 400 members, so I was pretty excited. This was the biggest group I'd ever owned. On that very day, I joined a game called Group Recruiting Plaza in an attempt to recruit new members to Kobe Merch. It was here where I met a man named Danny. Now, Danny made an offer to me for 12k Robux for my group. I jumped at the opportunity. 12k Robux, I would have been rich. But he took my group without giving me any Robux and then unfriended me. Later, he sold the group to a guy named Squid. I friended Squid after he got the group and messaged him saying I was getting scammed. And then he linked me to a forum post that Danny posted where I could contact Danny. Here's where the drama ends. I confront him asking for my 12k and he responds, 12k for what? I tell him for what? He says he's not donating. I told him I spent 7k, which was a lie, by the way. I got the group for free. Squid replied to Danny saying that he got it from Danny, basically saying that Danny was lying. He pretends like he doesn't know what Squid's talking about, then calls me dumb. He then lies and said I gave him the group for free, then regretted it. Then he addressed when I commented on it before. I called him an idiot because there was a proof that I owned the group. Then for some reason I called him 36. Even though he never said that, I stuck with it. Then it ended. I never got my group back. I wanted to end this video off on a positive note with one of the better games I made. This game is called Fun Run, and it's a 2D platformer style of game in which you compete in obstacles that aren't necessarily too hard. As most of my games are, they're unfinished. But honestly, this is probably one of the better games I've made. There are currently 2 stages, and it's not open to play, but I might work on it one day. The camera angle's nice, and the second stage is glitched. Let me know what y'all think from the gameplay, and let me know if y'all want to see me work on it again. To conclude, I've definitely made some interesting Roblox games over the years, but that's the glory of Roblox. You don't have to be a professional developer to make games. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and please, consider becoming a member.